play You Should Be Sad by Halsey on the guitar, so stay tuned if this is something that you want to learn. Wanna start this out and say, I gotta get it off my chest, God knows. Alright, so right from the beginning, I do want to say that if you are a complete beginner to guitar, this may not be the best song for you to start on because there is a bar chord in this song, as well as the picking pattern, if you want to learn it, can be a little bit tricky to master. So if you are brand new to guitar, then maybe check out one of my other videos on my channel. But if you have been playing for a little bit and you feel pretty comfortable with bar chords, and you want to take a swing at a picking pattern, then this is the right song for you. So just a little bit of an overview. There's only 4 chords that you need to know to play through the entire song. Like I said, one of them is a barred chord, which is F. I will show you an alternate fingering of F that you can do if you want to strum through the song, but to do the picking pattern, you will need to know how to bar your chords. And beyond that, we also have our capo on our 2nd fret to have it in the same key as the original song. There's only one real strumming pattern and one picking pattern that you need to know for the entire song. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into what those chords look like. Alright, so let's take a look at the 4 chords that you need to know. So the first one is our A minor chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. After that, we've got our F chord, which is our barred chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. Again, if bar chords are hard for you, you can do the alternate fingering for F. However, this will only work for the strumming pattern. It won't work for the picking. But if you want to strum the song and you want to do an alternate version, this is F alternate, and it looks like this and sounds like this. Alright, after that we've got our C chord, which looks like this and sounds like this. And then our last chord is E minor, which looks like this and sounds like this. So if you want to do the strumming pattern all the way through, those are the only chords you need to know. If you do plan on tackling that picking pattern, you will need to know a few other chords. So on our A minor chord, if you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of the 2nd B string, this will turn our A minor into our A suspended chord. Okay, so that looks like this and sounds like this. Okay, and then the other chord you'll need to know is if you take that pinky off and just leave these 2 fingers here in the middle, that's going to be our A suspended 2 chord. Again, this is just for picking. If you want to do picking, it looks like this and sounds like this. Alright, and those are the only chords you need to know for this song. Start this off by saying, I really meant well from the start. Take a broken man right in my hands and then put back all of his parts. Alright, so once you have those chords memorized, go ahead and take the time to practice transitioning between them, because this entire song does follow the same chord progression. So for the whole song, it goes from A minor to F to C to E minor. So go ahead and take a second right now to practice those transitions. So we've got A minor, into our F chord, into our C chord, and then to our E minor chord. Alright, so like I said, pause the video, make sure that you can transition between them, because once you get that down, it'll be a lot easier to play both the strumming and the picking patterns that I have to show you. But once you have the transitions down, let's go ahead and jump into the strumming pattern that you can learn for this song. So before we jump into the entire robust strumming pattern, let's go ahead and do what I always suggest, which is to go through parts of the song and play every chord just once on a down strum, just so you can get used to where those chord transitions are going to be, and so you can kind of hear it with the song. So go ahead and put your A minor chord on, since that's the first chord in the song. This is just like practicing our transitions. We're just going to strum it down once, Then put your F chord on, strum down once, then C once, and then E minor once. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep this going and put in some of those words. So let's go ahead and do part of the verse. So we've got A minor, then we've got F, then we've got C, then we've got E minor. I wanna start this out and say, I gotta get it off my chest. Got no anger, got no malice, just a little bit of regret. No, nobody else will tell you. So there's some things I gotta say. Gotta jot it down and then let it out, and then I'll be on my way. Alright, and if you can do that, that's perfect, because it is going to be like that for the whole song with the transitions and everything like I said. So go ahead and take the time to go through the entire song and just do a one strum on each chord change so that you can kind of get used to it. And then once you have that down, let's go ahead and jump into the more detailed strumming pattern. Alright, so for our strumming pattern, here it is. As you can see, it's quite long, but once you get the rhythm down, it actually is not too daunting. So let's go ahead and put our A minor chord back on, and I'm going to play through this strumming pattern really slowly so you guys can get used to the pattern. So we've got down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. It's a lot of repeated strokes, like a lot of down followed by down, a lot of up followed by up. So definitely get used to kind of circling your hand back around. So for instance, at the beginning, we've got down and then we've got up. You want to circle your hand back to the bottom so you can get that second up strum, okay? It'll come naturally the more you practice it. So let's go ahead and put this pattern in rhythm. I have my A minor chord on still. We've got down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Alright, a little bit slower and do that with me. We've got down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Alright, and that's the entire pattern, and what we're going to do is play this entire pattern through for each chord. So before we start putting in some of the other chord changes, let's go ahead and speed it up a little bit. So have your A minor chord down, and let's do this pattern a little bit faster. So we've got down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. All right, perfect. So if you were able to play along with me at that tempo, then let's go ahead and challenge ourselves a little bit more and play it just a little bit faster so that we can get it at tempo. So again, I've just got my A minor chord down. 1, 2, ready, go. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up, down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down. All right, great. And so now once you have it at that tempo, let's go ahead and add in some of those chord transitions. So we're starting with our A minor chord, and we do the entire pattern through. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Then we switch our chords to our next chord, which is F. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. Then we have C. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. And then we end with our E minor chord. Down, up, up, down, up, up, down, down, up. So if you were able to keep up with me, that is very close to the actual original tempo. So congratulations, that was the first strumming pattern. Let me go ahead and put in a little bit of the lyrics so you can hear what it sounds like with the song. I like to use this pattern whenever I do the chorus, so that's what I'll show you right now. So let's go ahead and put our A minor chord back down and go through the chorus with this strumming pattern. All right, so again, we've got our A minor chord down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, F, C, E minor. Oh, I feel so sorry, I feel so sad. I tried to help you, just made you mad, and I had no warning about who you are. Just glad I made it out without breaking down and then ran so effing far. Alright, so now you kind of have a taste of what this strumming pattern sounds like with the singing. I will be saying effing in my video because there's no cursing on the Forever Faithful channel. So that is the strumming pattern that I like to use. One extra thing that you can do if you want to do strumming for the whole song to give it a little bit more interest is you can add a palm mute. So what I'm doing there is I'm taking my strumming hand and I'm laying it down between the bridge and the sound hole, kind of right here in the middle. This is easier with a pick, so if you want to do this with a pick, it might be a little bit easier for you when you're trying to get the palm mute. However, I kind of like this song without a pick. There's something about using my thumb that gives it kind of a softer tone, which for some reason I think goes with this song a little more. I don't know, just a personal preference. But anyways, if you want to use a pick, it might be a little bit easier. But again, I have my A minor chord on, and I'm doing the exact same strumming pattern that I just did, but instead of letting the strings ring, I'm going to put my strumming hand in between and kind of rest it lightly on the strings, and that'll mute the sound. And that's how you do a palm mute, or that's how I like to do a palm mute. So let me go ahead and show you what this strumming pattern sounds like. Again, it's the exact same thing, I'm just adding that palm mute. So I've got A minor, F, C, E minor. Alright, so just something fun that I like to throw in there sometimes whenever I do my cover. Of course, if you are not good at palm mutes, or that's something that you don't want to tackle right now, you can do it without the palm mute and just let the strings ring. That I think sounds really good too. But anyways, like I said, I like to use this strumming pattern usually only during the choruses. For the rest of the song, I actually prefer picking because it is very prominent within the original song. So if you're up for it, let's go ahead and continue on to learn the picking pattern. Had a baby with you, 'cause you can't love nothing unless there's something in it for you. Oh, I feel so sorry, I feel so sad, I tried to help you. Alright, so I've zoomed in a little bit so you can get a closer look at my guitar, so let's go ahead and go through this picking pattern. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is going to be a little bit more on the tricky side. However, it is very repetitive throughout the song. So once you learn this picking pattern and go through it once, all you have to do is repeat it for the entire song. So it's really not that bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing. So first of all, for this picking pattern, your thumb is always going to be on the bottom string. So it's either going to be on the 6th E string or the 5th A string, okay? Your pointer finger is going to be on this 3rd G string, and then your middle finger is going to be on the 2nd B string, okay? So they're going to stay there for this entire pattern. But your thumb is going to change based on whatever the lowest note is. So let's go ahead and go through all of our chords. For A minor, we've got our thumb on the 5th string, and then our 2 fingers are on the 3rd and 2nd string. All right, then for F, we have 6, 3, 2. Then for C, we've got 5, 3, 2. And then for E minor, we've got 6, 3, 2. All right, so again, for our A minor, 5, 3, 2. Then for F, 6, 3, 2. Then for C, 5, 3, 2. And then for E minor, 6, 3, 2. All right. I get this comment a lot in my other videos, so if you have your E minor chord down and all we're going to be picking is these 3 strings, you really don't have to hold the chord. It'll be the same without, so if you don't want to hold the chord down, you don't have to. But anyways, I'm going to teach you this pattern a little bit differently than some of the other ones. If you listen to the original song, the picking pattern has it drives a lot of the rhythm that you hear in the song. So for that reason, I wanted to go ahead and look at the bass line first. So go ahead and put your A minor chord on. That's the first chord in the song. Again, our thumb is on that 5th A string, and I want you to pick that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 beats per measure, that's going to be our kind of rhythm. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go to your F chord, switch to your 6th string for your thumb, and pick that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go to our next chord, which is our C. Your thumb goes back to the 5th string, and we're going to pick that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we've got E minor. And again, your thumb moves back to that bottom 6th string, and we pick that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's the bass line of this song. Let's go ahead and put that back together without stopping. So I've got my A minor chord on. 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4. So try that with me again. We're just using our thumb for picking right now. I do, however, want you to keep the chord shape on your left hand because it's going to be helpful when we do the rest of the picking pattern. So one more time, let's go through that bass line. We've got our A minor chord down. We've got our 5th string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to F on the 6th string. 3, 4. Go to C, back to 5th string. 3, 4, and then E minor, 6th string. 3, 4. Alright, so once you get that bass line down, I really think that that's going to help you do the rest of the picking pattern. So now let's go ahead. Our first chord is A minor, but we're going to actually add our pinky to that 3rd fret to do our A suspended chord. And this is important because that's going to be how you hear the melody in the original song. So now instead of A minor, we've got A sus. So now with your pinky on that fret, what we're going to do is we're going to add a note between each of our bass line notes. So with our A minor, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But now what you're going to do is you're going to add in the other 2 picking fingers. So for our right hand, we've got thumb, middle, okay? Then go ahead and take off your pinky so that you're back to an A minor chord and do that same thing. Thumb, middle. Alright, so we've gone from 5, 2 with our pinky on to 5, 2 without our pinky on. Alright, perfect. And then after that, go ahead and take your first finger off, and then we're going to do the exact same thing, 5, 2. So you can kind of hear we're walking down like a scale, so we've got and then the last thing you want to do is repick that 5th string, and then we're going to use our pointer finger to pick the 3rd. All right? And if you're getting a little confused, don't worry. This A minor and A suspended chord thing at the beginning, this is the hardest part of the picking pattern. So once you get over this, the rest of it's a little bit more straightforward. We've got 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3. Okay, so those are the strings. 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 3. Make sure you're getting all of this together at the same time, your picking hand and your playing hand. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and look at our next chord, which is F. Remember now that your thumb is moving to this bottom 6th string, but the pattern is also going to be a little different now. Now we've got thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. All right, so with strings we've got 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 2. So let's go ahead and put that together with our A. Perfect. Then go to your F. All right. Our next chord is our C chord, and it's going to follow the same pattern as our F chord, except now our thumb is on the 5th string. Again, we're going to do thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. All right, good. Let's start again from the beginning. We've got our A suspended chord on. Again, that E minor chord. Like I said, I like to hold it down. You can totally let go of it if you don't want to. But again, this is just like the others. We're going to go to our bottom, which is our thumb, and then our pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. All right, so let's do that again with our E minor. And so now let's go ahead and start back from the beginning with our A suspended chord. I'm going to talk about my picking hand because I do think that that's one of the more complicated things here. So we've got thumb, middle, thumb, middle, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, switch to F, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, C, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, and then E minor. Thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle. All right. Let me go ahead and play this again for you so you can see what it sounds like so far. Perfect. So if that's what you are comfortable doing and you've got that down, then you can actually repeat this over and over again and it'll fit in for the entire song. However, I do want to show you one last little thing that you can add in there just to make it sound a little more accurate and to give it a little bit more interest. So on our A suspended chord there at the beginning, instead of going straight from your thumb to your middle finger, I want you to go ahead and do your thumb and then your pointer and then your middle. So we've got, perfect. So now what you want to do is you want to play your pointer finger really fast right before your middle finger. See how it kind of leads into that? Perfect. So once you get that down, the rest of the pattern is the same. All right, one more time. Perfect. And then you can also add a few more things into this. So our F chord stays the same. Then here on our C chord, it will start off the same. We've got thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb. Here on this next one, if you want to put your pinky here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, that'll make it sound more like the song. So we've got our regular C chord. And then on that last one, put your pinky there. We've got thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, thumb, pointer, thumb, middle, but we're putting our pinky on. Perfect. And then for our E minor chord, again, it's the same thing. You can do the same thing we did. 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6. But then on this last time that you're picking with your middle finger, go ahead and take your first finger on your picking hand and put that on the first fret of the second B string. All right, so now our E minor looks like this. All right, so just on that last picking, you want to put that first finger down. Again, these are just extra things you can add in, but it does make it sound a little bit more accurate to the song. So let's try this again from the beginning. We've got our A suspended chord on. Let's do that again so you can hear what it sounds like. Perfect. So that is the entire full picking pattern. And then once you can speed it up, it sounds really great when you put it with this song. So again, like I said at the beginning, this pattern does take a little bit of time to practice and get used to, so don't feel discouraged if you're not getting it, the first time through watching this video. Definitely make sure you pause and go through each little chord and each section slowly. Myself, I did take a little bit of time to have to learn this pattern, so it can be a little bit daunting to learn at first, but like I said, once you get it down, it becomes really fun to play, and it repeats itself through the whole song, so you really only have to learn it once, and then you can apply it for the whole song. Alright, so once you have those chords memorized and you can transition between them without stopping, and you've learned that strumming pattern, added that palm mute if you want to, and then done the picking pattern if you want to put that in, then we are ready to kind of combine everything that we've learned in this video to play through the entire song. You will see in my little cover here at the end, I'm going to sing along with strumming just because it's easier for me. This picking pattern can be a little bit difficult to keep in your mind while also singing the song, so that will be in a little box here in one of these corners. So if you want to watch the picking pattern, that's where that will be, but I will go ahead and do the entire song now so you can hear what it sounds like with everything put together. So yeah, this is You Should Be Sad by Halsey. Good luck. And you can't fill the hole inside of you with money, drugs, and wanna start this out and say, I gotta get it off my chest. Got no anger, got no malice, just a little bit of regret. No, nobody else will tell you, so there's some things I gotta say. Gotta jot it down and then get it out, and then I'll be on my way. No, you're not half the man you think that you are, and you can't fill the hole inside of you with money, drugs, and cars. I'm so glad I never ever had a baby with you, 'cause you can't love nothing unless there's something in it for you. Oh, I feel so sorry, I feel so sad. I tried to help you, just made you mad, and I had no warning about glad I never ever had a baby with you, 'cause you can't love nothing unless there's something in it for you. Oh, I feel so sorry, I feel so sad. I tried to help you, just made you mad, and I had no warning about who you are. Just glad I made it out without breaking down. Oh, I feel so sorry, I feel so sad. I tried to help you, just made you mad, and I had no warning about who you are, about who you are. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause you're not half the man you think that you are, and you can't fill the hole inside of you with money, drugs, and cars. I'm so glad I never ever had a baby with you, 'cause you can't love nothing unless there's something in it for you. I feel so sad, I feel so sad. You should be sad, you should be sad. You should be, you should be, you should be. So that was my tutorial for You Should Be Sad by Halsey. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope that it helped you. If it did, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below, as well as to leave me a comment of any other songs or any other requests that you want to see tutorials for in the future. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That way you guys know every single time I post a new video. Here are my social media sites in case you would like to follow me on anything. I do fun things on there like polls and giveaways and just like to talk to you guys. So if you want to follow me on any of those, please feel free to do so. And one last little plug, if you liked the shirt that I was wearing today in my video, this is my Forever Faithful guitar shirt. So you can get that in my merch store down in the description box below, as well as linked under this video. So make sure to check it out if you would like to. If you did attempt to play this song, leave a comment down below. Was it hard for you, or did you think it was a little bit easy? Do you want to see harder things? Do you want more strumming pattern, more picking? Let me know in the comments down below. And I think that's it for this video, so I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.